It's time for some carbon-based gaming.
Test tubes, pipettes, spoons. Everything a good chemistry set needs. I've put a few acids here. I shouldn't carry around more than test tubes. I shouldn't carry around. I'll put them here. I'll put them here. Test tubes, pipe. I've put a few. Maybe I should take it with me again. A bit of this. A bit of this. There are materials in the mixer. I'll activate it. Now this should be Aqua Regia. I'll put them here. Test tubes, pipettes. I've put a few acids here. Maybe I should take it with me again. I shouldn't carry around more than 2 of these acids. Before we mix something new, I should throw away the old mixture. It's dissolving everything, except the Gaffinium. It's crumbling into chunks. I can take them with me. According to Core, the station was mining for Gaffinium. We're going to need it for the axle mounting. Let's get those metals weighed. Okay, this rainy metal has a special composition. We'll just weigh the materials one after the other and then mix them.
A good and logical plan, Tessa. Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal.
I'll weigh the other metal first and put it aside. I'll mix them at the end.
First, weigh the required amount of a material and then put it aside with the Save Measured Amount button at the top of the screen. Then weigh the other material and also put it aside. You can repeat this process as often as you like, or begin afresh for each material, until you are happy with the measurements. Finally, press the Mix and Retrieve button to combine the amounts and leave the scales. Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal. First, weigh the required amount of a material and then put it aside with the Save Measured Amount button at the top of the screen. Then weigh the other material and also put it aside. You can repeat this process as often as you like, or begin afresh for each material, until you are happy with the measurements. Finally, press the Mix and Retrieve button to combine the amounts and leave the scales. Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal. First, weigh the required amount of a material and then put it aside with the Save Measured Amount button at the top of the screen. Then weigh the other material and also put it aside. You can repeat this process as often as you like, or begin afresh for each material, until you are happy with the measurements. Finally, press the Mix and Retrieve button to combine the amounts and leave the scales. Derivations of 1 gram for a total amount of 50 grams is still within tolerance parameters, according to my calculations, but the printer might not accept any derivations larger than that as rainy metal.
Okay, then let's mix them and hope they're in the right ratio. We can still separate them for now. The 3D printer can't mix the metals together. It needs them in a homogeneous state.
These metals will only fuse at a temperature above 910 degrees Celsius.
The metal has melted and turned into a block. And in it goes. I should try printing so the computer can tell me if this is the correct alloy. This controls the 3D printer, and one of these parts is...
Error. It's the right material, but not enough of it. We need at least 500 grams of rainy metal, but there are only in the printer.
Okay, I found it in the computer. Maybe I can reuse the material. The metal has melted and turned into a block. A precision scale discreetly integrated into the table. The raw metal from the broken axle mounting. I hope I can make a new one out of this. Let's get those metals weighed. Okay, then let's mix them and hope they're in the right ratio. We can still separate them for now. A precision scale discreetly... Okay, first of all, I should... Let's get those metals weighed. I'll weigh the other metal first and put... I'll mix them at the end. Okay, then let's mix them and hope they're in the right ratio. We can still separate them for now. The metal has melted and turned into a block. A precision scale. The alloy I've made looks promising. The 3D printer will tell me once I start the printing process. The alloy I've made looks promising. The 3D printer will tell me. And in it goes. I should try printing so the computer can tell me if this is the correct alloy. This controls the 3D. One of these...
Error. It's the right material, but not enough of it. We need at least 500 grams of rainy metal, but there are only in the printer.
And in it goes. I should try printing. This controls the 3D. One of these parts is the axle mounting that I need for the rover. Great! The alloy is correct! Let's get going then. This would have taken ages a few years ago, but modern machines can do it in a few minutes. There we are, a brand new axle mounting. Looks good. Let's see. Core, can you show me what part belongs where? Thanks. Done. Finished. Everything's repaired. Let's get it down and start analysis to check out what it's still capable of. We can let it back down again. Let's get rid of these straps first. Yes! It started! And that on its own won't be enough. I have to know what sort of terrain I can drive across with it.
Start analysis program. Vehicle ready to start with restrictions.
Great! It won't last long due to a long service life, material fatigue, and other issues. But it should work. Core, please save the data so we can look for a good route at the mission console. The rover is ready. I just need to find a work... A fully functioning rover could manage this route, yes. But ours won't. We're going to have to look for a different route, one that's within our parameters. Okay, Core, show me the parameters the rover is still capable of. No, it can't take that route. 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 No, it can't take that. No, it can't take that route. 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 Yes, this route fits our parameters. All right, we've got a route.
One moment. The rover will only just barely make it back to the station. The tolerance range is 19%. Complications and detours can therefore lead to it being exhausted outside the station.
That's a risk we have to take. Theoretically, it should work, right?
Theoretically, but practically, a few days ago, you didn't want to stay in the supposedly safe ship and wait because it would have endangered your survival and rescue. Here, you have every option: safety, resources, tools, and machines. You can survive and call for help. You have already reached your goal. Instead, you want to go on a risky journey just to get a certainty that doesn't help you. I have registered irrational adventurousness in you before. Is that what this is about again?
This is just about my family.
Your family was either saved, in which case you will not see them after this journey, or they are dead, in which case you cannot help them. And Mark.
What about Mark?
You could hardly wait to leave the ship and explore the planet. You did not care about Mark Bennett's fate, and now you are using your family as pretense to carry on.
Yes, understood. It was only about me at the beginning. I wanted to explore and survive in that with all the means I had, even if I didn't have the slightest clue where Mark was. Maybe I could have done more. I don't know, but it seemed like the right thing to do. Now I'm here and I could survive forever. No, exist. In the sense of not starving or dying of thirst. Is that enough? Not for me. It drives me crazy not to know where Tony and Finn are, and if they're okay. Achieving and discovering all of this feels so pointless. So empty.
But you've been in this situation many times as an explorer and have successfully blocked out thoughts about your family, haven't you?
Yes, technically. Sure, but Core, this Melissa Luna is trying to keep something from me. Maybe she's setting me up, I don't know. All I know is she doesn't want me to find out something about my family. If I stay here, I might be safe, but I'll remain clueless. I can't live like that. I have to take risks. No progress without obstacles. We'll sleep here and set off for the evacuation point tomorrow morning. I'll sleep in the rover just to make sure this person won't sabotage it. And you stay on lookout. Everything's prepared and ready. I should probably get a night's sleep before I leave, though. Core?
Yes, Tessa.
What did the sun say to the earth?
I'd just be a star without you.
Is that really the punchline?
No, my humor subroutines generated this joke with AI. Was it ineffective?
I suppose. Or maybe my humor subroutines are broken down. Or maybe AI just isn't as far ahead as we all thought. Good night, Core.
Good night, Tessa. I will keep watch.
You know I support you. You should do whatever makes you happy. Don't do anything just for the money. We'll pull through anything, one way or another. Both of us. Together.
The money is worth nothing if it stresses you out and doesn't let you sleep.
You're probably right, Tony. I still have to think about it.
Your husband and son mean a lot to you.
Yes, Tony always supported me. But sometimes when the thirst for adventure overcomes me, I guess I sort of block them out too much.
What about your son?
What about him?
Didn't he miss his mother whenever she set off for the stars?
He did, but it's what I live for. I doubt that was much comfort to him, but maybe he'll be old enough to understand one day. Maybe he'll reach for the stars himself. He likes adventure books.
I see. So you were able to leave the station, could you?
Yes, everything was ready, so I...
Good morning, Tessa.
Good morning.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good, surprisingly. Don't ask me why, but I'm in the mood for adventure. I'm excited because I'm going on vacation today. This mixture of departure, curiosity, and fear of having forgotten something. And then this Melissa Luna comes into my head.
The station's signals and data show no anomalies, and there were no attacks or dangers throughout the night.
That's something. We can either take a last look at the station or we can head out straight away. I don't really want to waste any time.
The station's signals and data show no anomalies, and there were no attacks or dangers throughout the night.
A bit of this. A bit of this. There are materials in the mixer. I'll activate it. I shouldn't carry around more than 2 of them. Before I take one of them with me, I'll put the other one back. I shouldn't carry around more. Before I take one of them with me.
The outpost has an area of calculating when the outpost. Considering the overgrowth, sunlight, and the results are based on growth. Wait, I have to make myself comfortable first.
Yeah, make yourself at home. Have a scone. Come on.
I would have rather expected a small shelter at the evacuation point instead of a huge monolith.
My scanners are too inaccurate at this distance. We need to get closer, then I can calculate more precisely whether it is a natural or artificial construction.
And there's the other rover, as if it ran out of power. Any signs of life core?
None apart from your own.
Maybe we can find clues on the rover.
Stay where you are!
What? Who are you?
I am Melissa Luna.
I don't mean your name. I want to know who you are. What is this all about?
Tessa, I can detect her vital signs now. It's as if she appeared out of thin air.
Of course you can detect my vital signs. At least you can when you concentrate, Tessa. When you think of me. In case you're not trying to erase me off the face of the world.
What? I don't even know who you are. Why did you attack us at the station? Destroy machinery. Kill people.
Can't I destroy what I myself created? I tried to adjust everything in order to make sense. It really looks like the station's been abandoned for quite a while now. Don't you think? We should have made it like that from the start. I hate to admit it, but they were right with their suggestions for improvement.
They? And what makes you think you created anything or anyone? You're not a goddess.
Are you sure? Oh, Tessa, you're so humble. You need to take control and stick with one direction. Make difficult decisions. Restrictions can be a godsend for creativity.
Did you give me a restriction by destroying the station's communication console?
Yes, good example. Sometimes you just have to ignore the things that are distracting you. Especially when they're nothing but memories.
Who are you? And why did you inject that stuff into me?
like I said. Melissa Luna. You liked that name. And I only do as you demanded.
There is no Melissa Luna, and I've never demanded anything of you. Now show me who you really are.
Okay. Maybe you'll finally understand.
That's impossible. I am you. We built this all together. Me more so than you did, but you wanted it all like this. I just wanted to be with my family, nothing more. Oh, but you always wanted more. Experience more, do more. Experience so much that it would be enough for 2 lives. And so, you created me instead of getting help. And now I'm here to help you. For good. Accept it. I'm not going to accept anything. That's the Tessa Carter I know. Why did you want to stop me for calling for help at the station? You should be grateful. All I did was protect you from moments of weakness. You don't need help, Tessa. You're fine on your own. We don't need them. I don't, and neither do you. Just as you hesitated in the ship's wreckage whether you should wait or not. Sometimes you just need a little push to get you going. I just had to make sure Joe wouldn't get the idea of coming here into your head. Looks like I failed there. I thought you'd see the broken communications console and welcome change. A chance to prove yourself. Instead, you come here, following some vague possibility of seeing your family. Maybe you misjudged me. I am you. That's like saying I misjudged myself. That's impossible. What are you? You're not me. What do you think? That I'm a clone? An alien taking your shape? An ancient power that was banished to this planet eons ago? I'd love to tell you that I'm more than you could even imagine. But that would be a lie. You're just here by accident. It should have been Nolan instead of you. But then the accident happened. And since then you haven't been able to think straight. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. It's too late. Go back, as long as you still can. Eventually, you and the station will be found. And then you'll be famous. All thanks to me. Famous? I want to survive and be with my family. I feared you might. Where is Mark? I've been wondering that too. I don't know. Questions concerning individual fates can't always be answered. I hope he's okay, and that everyone remembers him. I could call him, but it would just be an echo, a replica of what he could have been. I don't understand. If you can call him, then call him! He wouldn't be himself, Tessa. Just accept that he's been forgotten. He is the station workers' evacuation point. My family has to be around here somewhere. You're almost there. But they've moved on, without sparing a thought for you. Do you believe me now? You can only trust yourself, ourselves. They're not here anymore. I won't allow you to find them. You just destroy everything we've worked for. What? Wait! Where is the rover and... Oh, there she is! I can see an entrance. Let me through! That's not how this works, Tessa. What are you on about? How do you know where I want to go? Core, help me. Show me where the rocks around her would be on my side. And show me her position in relation to my own. Tessa, you're not helping us. Forget it. Give up. You really think you can survive like this? I am way beyond that. Who was she, Core? She was speaking in riddles. She looked like me, but as if she were inside my head.
I do not have an answer, Tessa. Her vital signs matched yours 100%, but they were slightly weaker, as if she was only a fragment.
A fragment. And this. This doesn't look like the station's technology. Nor is it natural in any way. Can you tell me anything about it?
Too much information.
Core!
No signs of life.
Okay. There's only one way anyway.